guys, and welcome to my channel and welcome to another DIY video. Now, if you guys have been watching for a while, you know I do a lot of DIYs, and you know I often do recreations of clothing that I can't personally afford and other people can't afford either. So I've recently done a collab with the lovely Disposable and we are calling it The Recreation. I am also going to continue that on the side, doing the occasional monthly video with her on the recreation, whilst doing a few personal ones to myself. So today we're turning this boring denim skirt that I got for 50p at a charity shop into this denim skirt, which is from Berserk. It's a walked out denim skirt and it retails for 82 Australian dollars. I don't know the conversion into English, but I believe this site, Berserk, is an Australian site, so all their pricing is in Australian. And the skirt is pretty simple to do, and you can make the base skirt from scratch, or you can turn an old pair of jeans into this style skirt. I'll have a tutorial links in the cards. I got mine for 50p, so I'm going to make it using that, so let's get into it, shall we? So for this DIY you're going to need a plain black denim skirt. Mine is from New Look originally, but I got it from a charity shop for only 50p. And in a clip I'll show you in a minute prior to doing this, I had cut off the bottom because I was planning to do something else with this skirt, and then I come across an idea, so I'll show you that and we'll backtrack and change back down to it. You might also need a ruler to cut off the hem of your skirt, but if you do make this from scratch you don't need to hem it and then you'll have a hem to cut off. You also need some black fishnet material. Now mine is quite thin, so it's folded over several times and it's just like a fishnetty material. I did have this left over from an old DIY, but you can buy it. Or if you're lucky and you find, say, a fishnet dress in a charity shop, or a dress with fishnetting on top, or sportswear that has fishnetting, you can use that. Needle and thread to match the colour of your material. A O-ring, preferably one that can either open or already has a hole. Mine does have a hole. You can unpick the stitches on the belt loop and then sew them down with the O-ring already inside, but I'm going to do it this way, and a sharp pair of fabric scissors. So let's get into it, shall we? So this skirt is objectively basic. I have seen this style going around a bit. It's the kind that looks like it was made from an old pair of jeans, and it possibly might have been in the factory. I don't know. You can make this style of skirt from scratch, and there's a video that I have watched in the past by Annika Victoria. I'll link in the cards, whichever side it may be. So first off, I wanted to cut off this hem because it looks nice and okay when it's all seamed up, but I want to have it like shredded out, and so I'm going to start off by just shredding out that bottom hem. So taking my fabric scissors, I'm going to make a small incision just right above the hem, and because it's not equal on both sides, I'm going to do the front first. So naturally, as you wear this skirt and wash it, it will become more and more shredded. So for now, I'm just going to leave it as is and maybe pull out a few bits and pieces as we go. Normally, when I'm kind of doing this kind of thing, I just sit and I wear it and then I shred it rather than doing it ahead of time. But as I can see already, there are a few bits coming out. I'm going to pick them out and just see if I shred it enough. If you are making a skirt from scratch, you don't need to cut off the hem because you can make it without a hem. This is just part of the product I actually bought. So as I mentioned, I have already cut off the hem of this skirt and I have been fraying it a little bit. When you wash it, it will fray so much better, and probably only fray 2 or 3 times and make like a really nice worn look. So on the skirt I am recreating, the hem is also left raw. But what is different about this skirt is that it's meant to look like a pair of jeans that has been sewn together. Now their original one doesn't have this, but for this DIY I'm going to work with it. So on theirs they have graduating slashes going down the whole front of the skirt, starting big out here and getting smaller up here. That's what I'm going to do now. And then to shred this, we're essentially going to follow the same steps as in my DIY distressed jumper, but on denim, and stretch it out a little bit and start pulling the threads out. For the first couple of layers, there will be some that aren't attached to anything and they can be moved. And if you want to get a more precise tug, you can use pliers or tweezers. The difference with distressing denim opposed to distressing anything else is that after you've pulled out a few threads, it will start to look tatty at the end, and then what you can do is just start pulling out these pieces, and it makes dressing so much easier rather than pulling out one by one, and then you start to get like a lot of the lines going through. You keep pulling them out and it's so easy. Just sit down and watch Shane Dawson's conspiracy theories like I'm doing or whatever, and it's just like a chill activity to do to yourself, and it's a cool result. Today at a different location, I've moved downstairs, so I'm going to be machine sewing this. So this distressing could really do with a wash or throw in the tumble dryer, but I haven't managed to do it yet. But once it is thrown into the tumble dryer, it will like go fluffy and poofy and really like that distressed look you want. But for now, I'm going to add the fishnetting to the back of the skirt. So let's do it inside out. So what I'm going to start out doing is just taking my fishnet pieces, laying them over. I think I'm going to go this way with it so I can use the raw hem. And I'm going to cut out a box shape the size of that panel, making sure to leave a lot extra around the edges for seam allowances. Now I'm going to get my sewing machine out and sew around these edges as close to the distressing as I can. So now for the finishing touch. On the original it has a O-ring that is attached to this point here. My O-ring does come apart a tiny little bit, so I'm going to stretch it and see if I can get onto here. So I did it. You will 100% need help doing this step. I just spent like the past 3 minutes wrestling with this O-ring to try and get it on. Got there in the end. If you have someone to help you out, it'll be a lot easier. If your O-ring doesn't split apart, you can unpick it here, or you can find O-rings that do have a small jump in it already, but they do have a risk of falling off. So on the original, they have the little eyelets along the pockets, so I'm going to see if I can do that. We'll see. So I don't know exactly how to use these, so they could go wrong, but I've got a solid board under here, so when I do hammer into it, I'm not going to damage anything. And I bought this kit off Amazon. I think it was quite reasonably affordable. I think this is to make the hole and this is to put it together, so I'm going to put 3 holes along here. Okay, that isn't working, I'm using scissors. So I'm going to make a teeny little hole just under here, like teeny. And I'm going to take this part which has the sticky out thing and push it through and add, wait, now I think this might be the wrong way around. I think I should push this through this way so it has the nice side. Yeah. And I'm going to take the flat part and put that on the back, push my thing through. So because I don't feel like having huge jump rings poking into my butt if I want to sit down with these in this skirt, I'm going to use these jump rings. They are all the same size. I got them in a set from a place called Tiger, but you can also get them online. So the way you do these split rings, pull them apart and attach it on. And there you go guys, that's how I did these back pocket things. So they're not perfectly even. If you were making this like properly for yourself, you might make them more even than I have. But I mean, it was practice, so I think it turned out really well, and this is how the final product looks. But drop a link down below, or you can send me a photo on my Instagram. It is Rapkley_dark, or you can find me on Gothic, also at RapkleyDark. I'm pretty much everywhere on the internet as RapkleyDark, so if you do want to find me, all my links to my social medias are down below. If you also want to support the channel, you can go over to my Ko-fi page, where I do have one-off donations set up. If you want to buy some of my old clothing that I am selling on my Depop and support my channel that way, you can do that as well. And you can also go onto my Etsy, and I sell jewellery and handmade headdresses there if you're looking for a bit more pricey thing with the headdresses. The jewellery is still quite cheap. So safe, stay dark, leave a like, comment and subscribe. And if you hit the notification bell, you're notified when I post, which is 3 times a week on a Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday. So safe, stay dark, and I'll see you guys next time.